Mm-hmm. But I will, of course, make sure that y'all know when we go live. I'm not going to ambush you and
Cool.
just put
Well,
you on
that
the air here without you knowing, because I would be a bad host if I did something like that.
Well, it's not like you can see me anyways because I got the Harry Potter cloak going
Where
on.
did
right
you go, bro?
You ready?
Just
Are you
let
ready?
me.
Are you ready?
Let,
Look. Whoa!
The
let me
cloak of
know when we start so I
invisibility.
can put my pants on.
Okay, I'll give you.
Wait. Do we have to have pants on? Because I don't have
Oh,
pants on right now.
It's not.
I thought
It's
it
not
was
a.
optional.
It's not a prerequisite if the camera stays above the table, please.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. And you have to have, what do you call it? A shirt. They are frowned upon. You not wearing shirts. So.
Well, I just want to be comfortable.
And I want my guests comfortable. I don't want them too comfortable.
I took off my socks. So
That's
I'm ready
nice.
to go. I'm comfortable.
I can
Okay.
smell them from here.
Oh no.
No, what you smell is
Oh,
my
no.
bearded dragon. He stinks, which is why I'm upstairs so you can see I'm in my fancy room.
It's
That's
very
my-
nice.
That's a very nice room. It's a lovely day out too. I see.
It's a very well, yeah. Upstairs it is. Downstairs it's not.
It looks
So
like a
wait,
Sunday.
what is your bearded dragon's name?
Draco, and he
Named after the
stinks. And he freaking died.
He sings. Is that named after the Harry Potter character?
So what's
Draco.
funny is when we were talking earlier, you were like Draco Fluffer. I'm like, who? What was it you said?
I said Draco Malfoy.
Malfoy. Yeah, and I was like,
An
who's
Harry
that?
Potter character.
Who's that? And then when I Googled it, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think Adam has ever said that joke. And we've had him for a minute.
Don't
have
knock
I already-
fluffing.
Have
It's
I?
a well-paying job.
Okay, all right, I got it.
It is. I will say that. It is. It's a really well-paying job.
Just a reminder.
It is
I would,
very,
of course,
it's a very hard job
I would,
to keep up with.
I would, of course, inform you, gentlemen, if we were to go live earlier
exactly.
than the scheduled
Thanks.
time. I would make sure that you knew.
I don't want to cross any boundaries. Are you talking from experience, Ken? Kyle?
Yeah, no, I was a fluffer for 10 years and made a whole lot of money. And then
Is that how you got your title, Cinema Master?
It is. Well, that's how I became the Cinema Master. I started
as
Fluff Master and then graduated and then got all the way to the top.
That's cool.
Okay.
It was like Diddy Party stuff.
Alrighty.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay. We're probably live. Who knows? I gotta set this clock though. Oh my gosh. Hang on. I'm so old. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Time set. What time is it? Oh hell, it's time to go. It's time to get this party going. Let's see. What? Boy, I feel so old doing this thing. Hang on. Come on. This is such an old school thing. Don't you hate those clocks? You have to tap. You can't just hold it down and let it fast forward really quickly. No. You guys excited? Sitting there watching me set a clock. There we go. Okay. By the way, current temperature. It's perfect. It's perfect in this room. It's 65 degrees, and I think it's actually 2 o'clock. But we're just gonna leave it right there because you don't want to watch me set a clock all day. I'm sure that's not why you tuned in. Alrighty. Woo. Thanks for joining. Very grateful for your presence today. And big thanks to the hero Wes, which, by the way, Wes and I, behind the scenes guy who's been working, as I say, every show I do, I want you to know that Wes is behind the scenes dealing with inferior stuff. And so I'm grateful for Wes. He's got a cool studio, Hero Wes does. And I might do next week's Friday live stream. What is that? Yeah, I might do next week's Friday live from his studio in downtown Dallas. He's got his own little setup. And so we'll see. And what I was thinking is, be thinking, what are some things you would like to see from a technical standpoint? Obviously, making it available in an audio form type podcast. Any questions you have about why has there been 2 streams any given point, like on YouTube or whatever. Anything, any issue you had, write it down. I think I'm going to be hanging out with Wes this time next week. We'll try to get some answers for you. And anything, like I said, like your wish list, your at the mic wish list, write stuff down. Yesterday, if you didn't see that, the Thursday deep dive, it was just kind of a hangout. It was almost like a glorified Drinks with Keith. We had all of the confirmation hearings that were happening, and that was, we had, RFK, Tulsi, Cash. So we talked about that. I think we talked about vaccines. We talked about the war on terror. We covered a lot of ground. Yes, Sue. Yes, you're in the right stream. I don't know where you're at. You're on YouTube. That's fine. You're fine. I'm just looking here. One of these days, I'm going to set up a camera or I'll take a picture just so you can see what I see. And it's freaking chaos. Okay? Please trust me. Let's see what else I need to tell you about. Next Thursday, Richard Gage will be my guest on the deep dive as we talk about World Trade Center Building 7. That is such an important piece that gets overlooked, and yet I think it's the keystone to 9/11. It can take you down a dark road if you get your questions answered about Building 7. So, and oh my goodness, this is so cool. This is so cool. Hang on a second. Jeffy Apologist, someone who is a fan of this show, Miss Gabby chimed in yesterday when we did the open phones during the Thursday deep dive. And she said, hey, can I start a, well, I don't know. It might have been just a message later after the fact. I don't know. I got it level with y'all. I got Joe Biden brain. I've got a bad case of Joe Biden brain. And I'm forgetting all sorts of stuff. In fact, we're a family here. If I ever put something on the screen or something we talk about, and we've already done that, please chime in, message, say, bro, what the hell? Because there's so much stuff that I put on the screen here that maybe we never get to, but in my brain, or maybe we did to it, but I think we did. Whatever. See, I can't even make a coherent thought about it. But anyway, my point is, please, by all means, stop me if I do something stupid or go over old ground. Okay, so I want to show you all this. And I can't show you all this because I'm on a cracked damn screen. Anyway, Jeffy Apologist, she made a Instagram page for At The Mike Show. And so you could go to, it's just At The Mike Show on Instagram, or you can kind of try to make a not glare. See that? Man, this camera does not focus. What in the hell is wrong with this thing? There you go. Whatever. It's At The Mike Show. So please head over there. She made a great reel that goes through the entire month of February. That all the guests that we have. What do you mean? What a warning for what? What? The other link closed? Good. Oh my gosh. See? Poor Wes. He's trying, y'all. He's dealing with some technical challenges here. So anyway, a lot of stuff going on, and there you go. I appreciate you making time. All right, I've babbled long enough. Let me get my guests in here. I don't know. This is like the 10th time that is he in his invisibility cloak? What's happening over here? Harry Potter himself, Cruz.
Yes.
Who works with me. Oh gosh, works with me at Pat Gray Unleashed at the Blaze. What? How many times have you been on this show, bro?
Plenty. But I still don't learn the lesson for saying no. I keep saying yes.
Wait a minute. You don't want to be here? Is that what you're
insinuating? Does it look like I want to be here? I want to be in this beautiful. You see my flowers right here.
It's lovely.
Prefer to be sleeping.
I see. Yeah, you and me both, brother. Well, I appreciate you being such a team player. This is Chris Cruz's 412th visit to the program, so I appreciate that a lot. And we have a new one. Oh no! Why did you do it?
You tricked me and you revealed my past. So I
didn't say anything. I didn't know.
And that's why what's awesome about this Friday stream is that I told Keith after Ken Kyle came to the studios a couple of weeks ago, I was like, we have to bring him, but I would love for me to be the second guest.
Yeah.
Ken Kyle is with us. because
so
Ken
I'm gonna.
is a mastermind.
Okay, Ken Kyle
Yes.
is an incredible human being. However, I have a bone to pick with you, sir.
Oh no.
Well, careful how
It's
you
the
use that
fact
word.
that I don't know what it was, 2 or 3 weeks ago. He came up there and he hung out with us before the show because we're all employees of the Blaze. So you had to blazetv.com and you sign up there, be a subscriber, and we're so grateful for you. And I guess there's a higher tier membership called Unlimited. Okay. Oh gosh, Chris discovered the emoji button just like Brad did
how do I
last
do
week.
that?
No. So anyway, and if you sign up for Unlimited, then you get, I guess, more behind the scenes stuff. And Ken is in the process of editing together his time with us early one morning before Pat Gray Unleashed.
Which we had fun.
We had a lot of fun. And Ken followed me around for the longest time that morning. And every time I would address the camera, it's like I was talking to him, and I would always say, Kyle, what do you think of this? Kyle, I must have done this how many times, Ken?
14.
14 times. Is that real? 14 times?
Something like that. Yeah.
It's close
I could
to
count
that.
for you. Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
You really leaned into the Kyle.
I leaned into the Kyle. I was so confident that Ken's name was Kyle. I called him Kyle. I mean, like I was using his name, like I won't say forcing it, but it's like places where you didn't need to use anyone's name in the conversation. I was saying Kyle. And finally, at the 15th opportunity where I screwed up his name, Ken goes, my name is Ken. So you know what? Now you're Ken Kyle. Because you allowed that to linger way too long. I was so embarrassed, dude. I felt like
you thought you were making me feel special by just using the wrong.
And it turned out to be 180 degrees from that. So
I'm a nobody.
You are now Ken Kyle among us, and I'm sorry, but
it was good. It was fun.
Yeah, and
for
so
you.
Yeah, right. No, it was not. When might the Blaze Unlimited subscribers have access to this behind the scenes tour that you did with us at Pat Gray Unleashed?
Well, I just finished it earlier today, and I submitted it to the Blaze for review. And so I'll probably get some notes and stuff like that, but it should be pretty soon now, like a week or so, I think.
Were you able to keep that part that me and you went to like my special place?
Whoa.
Well, dude, I am the fluff master.
Okay.
I kept it for sure.
I want to make sure because like the executive don't like when like I show too much.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, I thought that you actually kicked me off when you started the show. I was like, oops.
No.
I was like, oh, I went too far. I'm already done.
You can't go too far with me, unfortunately. Okay, so and by the way, the Kevin thing, I forgot what that was. You guys have to refresh my memory. Wasn't somebody calling me Kevin or I know that my entire life people have called me Kevin. So I don't know what that
you don't look like
is.
Kevin though.
But I don't know what it is, the K name. And I guess for whatever reason people call me Kevin or have always called me Kevin. Now, I think what's worse than calling me Kevin is when people are replying, and I mentioned this last week, replying to my tweets and type Kieth. They misspell my name, even though they're literally replying underneath my name that they could just
make sure that you see it.
My first name is Ken, and my last name starts with K. My middle name starts with an L. Now, when I was 3, I saw a train going by, and there were 3 Ks on the train, and I was like, Mom, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you name me those so that they could all be Ks? And she was like, no. Like, and I didn't even know nothing.
That's
a
hold on
great question, Ken.
Okay, so I had a similar experience. So when I was a kid and Bob Horner was third baseman for the Atlanta Braves, I was listening to I don't know, it was a national radio broadcast. I don't know. And the guy was trying to come up with a nickname for Bob Horner. It was so stupid. I don't know. Anyway, And I said, "Why do they call him Horny?" Call him Bob Horny. And my mom was like, "I don't think that's a good nickname for Bob Horner." So, but there is your Twitter handle, right? At KenK84. Did I get that right? Okay,
Yep,
so
I
you
think
can
so.
follow him on X. What do you mean you think so?
Oh
Ken
yeah, well
K.
no, I'm pretty sure. But I'm gonna have to like delete a lot of stuff before it goes public.
No, hold up.
Chris, get to work. Go, start scrolling.
What?
Go, do it.
Who knows?
Find some
I don't even
stuff.
remember.
What's in there?
I don't know. Just you know, fun stuff. I'm kidding. I think.
Blaze HR.
Yeah.
it's
Well, no,
about-
don't do that.
It's about time for you to turn off this live stream.
I thought that the Blaze was about free speech.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you.
There's no way I could be fired for saying anything.
No, by the way, let me just clarify.
Sorry,
The
Ken,
guy,
I didn't know you were following me. I'll follow you back.
hold on, the guy in the back that reads the Pat Gray tweets, that's Wes. That's actually double duty Wes. So Wes, who helps out with at the mic tremendously, is also a part of Pat Gray Unleashed. Just to clarify who Wes is and the guy doing the tweets and all that stuff during that. Ken, actually, you work primarily. Well, I don't want to say what shows at the Blaze are you a big part of, man?
So I make sketches with the sketch team, and that's what I've been doing for the past few years. And I primarily have worked with Normal World, and I've also made sketches with Sarah Gonzalez, Alex Stein, and Chad Prather when he was here too. But I mean, it's really fun. It's something that I enjoy.
Yeah, and so you're one of the guys who, and I mean this sincerely. I'm not. This isn't. You're one of the guys who like I would never cross paths with. Like our hours did not. Our streams never crossed, right? And so until poor choice. I realize until last Friday, until you came in to do that thing. But
then we crossed our streams.
No, we're good. We're moving on. So you are in a room that I'm very fond of. I'm very familiar with that prop closet.
Yep.
And that's where I modeled hats. That where you are. That is the wall next to my office. And so every morning for I don't know a month or so last year, I would go in there every day and try on a different hat. And so I mean
that's when I started following you because I was like, hey, I like these hats. I know these hats, and I know like all the sketches that they were in. Like we've used all of them for everything. And so I just thought it was some we have, some I think were Glenn's or the Blazes for it from the past that we found. So we've had like a lot of good stuff to use.
You got anything you could show us there that I would recognize?
We got sassy maid costume. No,
okay. Now hang on a second. I didn't put that on. Although I don't object to sassy maid costumes in general, just not for me.
Now I think you wore this.
I did. Genie hat, awesome. That is.
Did you ever try out the Leatherman hat?
I did. I did. I'm pretty sure I tried on every hat in that room.
The bonnet.
Of course. Oh, that's lovely. I missed that one. Sure do.
We got you requested the visor.
Yes. The welder's mask type thing. And by the way, just could you tuck that maid costume out to the side? We might need to might need to revisit that at some point.
No
anyway,
problem.
So what else we got in there?
We got witch hat.
Oh yeah, that was Kamala's Halloween costume, as a matter of fact.
We have this has been in a lot of stuff. It's I don't know, like some sort of Barbie cowboy hat, I guess.
That's awesome.
We got some Army World War II stuff.
Yes.
We got a Big Daddy Ed Roth top hat. I could go on and on.
I hear you. Yeah, you could. And I know for a fact you could, probably for like 30 or 40 days. How many? I got to go back and count how many I did with that.
Yeah. You should do costume day and just dress up in the costumes too.
Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
Well, I didn't mean the sexy maid one. I meant, there's like, there's like Robin, there's Superman, there's some other fun ones, you know.
There's already a sexy something in the studios. If you Google Cruz, sexy nurse,
Oh
You'll
gosh.
see me dress up as a sexy nurse.
Oh gosh. That's so true.
I've done that before too.
I'm not wearing spandex. I'm just not doing
No
that.
one said you have to.
Well, that's what all these outfits. He's like all these
Well,
superheroes.
there's like a vampire type cape. That'd be fun. We
Ooh, that
have
would be
Power
fun.
Ranger clothes. Well, I guess those are spandex. Oh, and my favorite thing to wear is the fat suit. Like I'm a fat suit extraordinaire.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
really?
I before I was here, I worked at Louder with Crowder, and there were a bunch of fat suits in the back. And like anytime I played a character, it wasn't just like an EMS person. It was a fat EMS person, not just a security
Yes.
guard, fat security guard. Like, and just I like overused it, and then I think everyone hated me.
Oh, that's
Oh,
too
I would
bad.
love you for that. Anything fat is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's quotable right there. Anything fat is funny, and I don't disagree. That's
Well, yeah,
that's
look
usually
at
true.
what's her name? Dank DeMoss. That thing
Ugh,
looks
Mhm.
funny from the beginning.
that thing looks
Her music
funny.
is funny. The way she walks is funny. Her suing lift is funny.
Oh,
Then she
that
falls
yeah,
on
her.
stage, and then she tries
She's
to be
Oh
sexy.
yeah.
That's funny. And then she tries to tell us that her mind doesn't match the weight of her body. That's funny as heck.
she
It
has the
was.
most fantastic fupa.
Yes,
Okay.
she does.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I want to point this out. It's very sad because it includes. All right, you got to
Am I
recover
getting
here,
kicked
Chris.
out?
Chris is no. I rest in peace. Our mutual friend Doc Thompson, who's in the background here. But there
Yes,
is
he
one.
told you.
There's Chris Cruz in a sexy nurse's outfit, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta
That
give it a 10 out of 10.
no.
Thank you, Ken Kyle. Thank you.
Just gosh. I actually hate myself for looking that up now.
I like myself a little bit more.
Awesome.
Okay, so let's get to know you, gentlemen, with the not so rapid fire questions that we ask here on the program.
Oh, I gotta get my
Let's.
screenshot. Hold up.
You got to get a who?
My
Oh,
screenshot so I can pay attention to the question.
Oh, okay. Well,
Last time I
well,
was in this stupid thing, you were
since
asking questions, and then I kept forgetting the questions. You kept repeating yourself. So
that's cool. Let's see here. I'm going to make you go first, since you
okay.
are a veteran here.
Do I
Oh,
read the
in more
question?
ways than one. Ha! What'd you say?
Do I read the question? Or do you read the question?
I read a question.
Okay.
So, Chris, growing up, who was your favorite TV character? You can't pick a cartoon.
Oh, we just talked about it. Power Rangers. I was always the red Power Ranger.
Okay,
Oh,
hold
nice.
on.
Okay.
Am I okay? I guess we'll allow that. I should have said
That's not
children's
cartoon.
television. I meant like okay. Well, that's
Wait,
fine.
hold
which
on. No,
which,
okay.
which
Sorry.
Power Ranger did you like and why?
I said the red one.
No, you did say the red one.
Yeah, because he's the leader, and I always like to be the leader.
I like the
Oh.
green one.
Why is that?
And when it was the normal colors, right? He was, with pink with Kimberly, but then Tommy came and screwed everything up. So then Kim went with Tommy, and Jason stayed all without a girlfriend because stupid Kimberly went with Tommy.
I remember all of it.
I know, so cool.
The Blue Ranger used to be my favorite. But then he
Billy.
came out as gay, and then I was
Oh,
like,
he did?
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, just kidding. I liked him even more.
Ken Kyle is going to fit it perfectly here. So, what was your character there, Ken Kyle?
Well, first, I want to throw a shout out to Michael J. Fox because when I was a kid, I remember him being the first cool kid on TV. And but my favorite character was Steve Urkel. I liked Steve Urkel so much that I dressed up as him for Halloween in 3rd grade. You wouldn't be able to do that today.
Oh no!
Wow.
Now, I'm not kidding.
No.
That's awesome.
You went
But
all
he was-
out.
Like again, I like the train with the 3Ks. No idea, just innocent. Like like he was my favorite. So like I got to dress up for him one year. In blackface.
That's hilarious.
Did anybody give you any crap at all?
I don't think so because it didn't really seem like a thing then.
What year
like
was this?
It would have been like 93.
Oh yeah, no one cared.
No,
No one cared at 93.
no.
And if they did, no one said anything.
Well, and not just that. I don't because think about it. The mindset of 93 was not what the mindset of 2020 is.
Right.
Or shoot, 2024.
Yeah.
But like
2025.
That was the 1993 was the birth of political correctness with the Clinton administration. That's when we started policing speech, trying to control thoughts, and the whole woke train began to barrel down the tracks. It was pulling out of the station in 1993. 100%.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
Yes, I do. And so I specifically remember that was the first time that I heard that term. Political correctness was
from where?
From the first year of the Clinton administration, and very likely, Chris, I don't know for a fact, but I'm going to assume on Rush Limbaugh's may he rest in peace.
That's what I was thinking. I think it was either political or like C-SPAN.
I mean, I was in, guys. I was a political geek.
Well, that's what I said. I was thinking like either in like 93 you were working, right? You were like, how old were you in 93, Keith?
16.
Yeah.
16,
so like
17.
you were working.
Yep.
So I was here thinking you were either stuck in front of C-SPAN or you were working for a radio host.
Well, I've told this story before, that the way I got into talk radio the very first time was, and you can thank the Atlanta Falcons for sucking so much, is that they were blacked out, and so I had the game on radio whenever they were playing at home, and they never sold out, and so you had to listen on the radio. And so there was a teacher work day, or for some reason we came home early from school this particular day, this Monday, after I had been listening to the Falcons on the radio on the Sunday. So normally I wasn't home early enough to catch Rush before 3 p.m. Eastern. But on this particular day, when I turned on the radio, it was still on the Falcons affiliate, which at the time was the same station that Rush was on. And I think it was circa 1990, 14-year-old. That sounds about right. And I was hooked. And there you go. That's how it happened. So congratulations. The Atlanta Falcons perennially sucking is why I ended up falling in love with talk radio, Rush Limbaugh, etc. And that's a fact. Okay, where were we? Have you ever borrowed something and not gotten it back? Maybe someone's borrowed something of yours and not returned it. Ken Kyle, what say you?
Okay, so I have an interesting story. I bought this movie called House of the Dead on DVD. It's based off of a arcade shooting game. It's about zombies, and it was awful. It was one of the worst movies I ever seen, and it was so crap. And then someone wanted to borrow it, and so I let them borrow it, and I didn't care. But then someone told me that the director Yui Boll had commentary on there where he's just talking himself up, how he's the best director in the world, how this movie is so great, and like it sounded hilarious to me. And so I kept asking for it back, and I never got it back. Now I do want to add that I actually am a fan of Yui Boll now, because he challenged all his internet critics to boxing matches and he beat all of their asses.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to hear that commentary?
No, I didn't, because he never gave it back. I don't want to waste any money on that movie again.
And so now you've given everything back, right? You haven't stolen anything. Inadvertently.
I've stolen some hearts.
Hold on. Hang on. Where's my damn phone? Hang on a second. So I just, oh, that's not the right one. Where here it is. Sorry, I had to find it. Okay, so anyway, let me just ask you this, Ken Kyle. Have you ever stolen anything?
I've stolen some hearts.
Thank you. Okay, and gave you the rim shot that helped it, I think.
Thank you.
And anyway, Chris, how about you?
I was trying to think. I don't know. I don't think I've ever owned something that somebody wanted and never gave it back.
I don't have anything that someone would want.
Heck, I'm like, I don't know. But funny you say that, because I just got my solar panels cleaned out. $168 to get your solar panels cleaned out.
Wow.
And
$20, same as downtown. R.I.P. Doc Thompson.
And I looked this way to the ground because I'm on the second floor. And I was like, what are those? I'm like, oh my gosh. I asked my old neighbor that no longer lives in the neighborhood anymore. He moved out like maybe 2 years ago. I needed the pole diggers to install new fence. And I say, hey, can I use your pole diggers? And somehow, okay, Keith, if I were to come to you and ask, hey, Keith, can I borrow your pole diggers? You'd be like, oh, yeah, I got 4 of them. Let me let you borrow one. No, somehow I said, let me have all 4 of them. And I have 4 pole hole diggers next to my house.
So hang
It's
on.
2025. I don't think we're allowed to call them that anymore.
So hang on a second. Hang on, Cruz. Hang on. I know what you're talking about. I think they're called post hole diggers.
Post hole diggers.
And you shove them in the ground and you step
Yes.
on them. And then, okay.
Yes.
So hang on a second. Why did you need 4 at a time? You can only use 1 at a time.
That's a good question, Keith. I
So
don't know why I have 4
Who
of
came
them.
up with the let's do 4 of them?
I don't remember, and that's a bad thing about my memory. Earlier you were talking about how if you have, Biden brain, let you know. I have what is called PTSD brain. So I will do something, I completely forget why I did it. What did I do? My wife sometimes hates me for this because she said she had a full-blown conversation. I'm in that stage where I'll say, okay, fine, we'll have this conversation. What did I say? And if it's
oh no, you're
so,
letting her
I hope
write history.
I
Oh
hope
no,
I don't get
no.
used, or taken advantage of. My wife loves me, so I think she's not going to use that and take advantage of me. But there's been a couple of conversations that we had. Oh, for example, we just had this conversation, right? And it's a big one. I bet if we have parents that are listening, you relate to this, especially now in the after COVID vaccine, right? And again, I'm not a vaccine denier. No, I believe in vaccines. Just give me time, right? Not like here's a vaccine and go shove it, right? No. I believe in vaccines, right? I know.
No. You talk. I wasn't gonna say anything until Ken started shaking his head.
So
he empowered me.
So we just got done doing some vaccines for the kiddos. And Zeke is done with vaccines until he's 11. And I just asked, oh, how many did he get? She said he got 4. And I was like, could we just have spaced them out, not all at once? And then she started to cry. And then started to cry. And I was like, I'm not upset. I'm just asking. I guess we've had this conversation long time ago that she was worried about vaccines and what vaccine should we give to our kids because again, vaccines. So I made her cry because I guess now I showed that I cared, but I was just simply asking a question about maybe next time we just space them out. And she said, we just had this conversation a long time ago. I've been struggling with this for 3 years. I'm like, I'm sorry. Okay, so we did have this conversation. Okay, I'm sorry. I just completely forgot. So
it's kind of a big conversation too that you forgot.
You forget? Yes, I know.
R.I.P. to all the vaccinated out there.
Okay.
It's true.
Yeah.
But funny you say that. Did you guys see about the Barstool employee that just died suddenly?
No.
Yeah. Barstool El Presidente tweeted out that it's a very sad story and Barstool lost one of the reporters or whatever we want to call it. And he said, quote, died suddenly. End of quote. Oh, you heard about it, Ken?
No, I didn't hear about that. I've seen others and
the math checks out.
Yeah. It's not funny.
No, it sucks, man. It sucks. And will people like Anthony Fauci ever be held accountable?
Nope.
Oh, let's not go down that route. That's a waste of brain.
Hang on.
To think of.
Hang on a second. Hang on. I'm distracted, Chris. Behind you, something is delicious. Don't touch your camera. Just something's delicious, and I hesitate to ask.
You want to know what it is?
No, I can't see above delicious.
Do you want to know what it is?
I know. Do we want to know, Ken Kyle?
Yes, I think you should guess.
Oh, yes. It ends with what looks like an M.
It
and it's
looks
still
like
an
it's what? I don't know. You just
I
show
think
me.
I know what it is, but
He's afraid to say.
I want to go with popcorn.
Yes!
Popcorn, yes. Ken Kyle, ladies and gentlemen, not as ruined as I am because I was nowhere near popcorn. Okay, so where were we? I gotta find my freaking
Question
questions here.
2. We're going to question 3.
By the way, something that someone borrowed from me, not that y'all asked, but it was a book titled "How Al Gore Tried to Steal the 2000 Election."
Wow.
And and I'm still bitter.
So they stole that book.
That's a
about stealing.
damn good book that got stolen about a stolen
Yeah.
election. Almost stolen. Anyway. All right. Where are we? Chris, what do you think the legal drinking age should be in the U.S.? And let me stop right there before you answer that. Chris, do you know off the top of your head, and don't spend a lot of time, but do you know how many countries you've been to in your life? Because, you were in the Air Force. And I just wondered, how many countries?
Between 7 and 10?
Probably most of them were Islamic countries. So
yes. But
your
I did
experience.
go to Germany. I was in Germany.
Okay, so what's the drinking age in Germany?
18.
Is it? It's 18? Okay.
As soon as we hit overseas, all the 18-year-olds in the military can drink. And to answer your question, I think, and I honestly believe this, even though I don't drink, right? Like, I'm about to say this. 18, if you're old enough to serve your country, you're old enough to grab yourself a beer. Now, I'm not condoning that you should get, all drunk or no. But if you're old enough to serve your country, you're definitely old enough to crack a beer open.
Well, that was the Vietnam War that empowered young men and women to vote at 18. Because if you're old enough to die for your country, you're old enough to vote for those making policies that could alter the direction or end your life. And so that amendment, and by the way, talk about a segue almost, I've got coming up amendments in American history that failed. And I only read a couple of them, and I stopped reading them because I thought we would just read them together there. I'm sorry.
Are we doing that today?
Yeah, I got them right here.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So, okay. So what do you think the legal drinking age should be in the U.S., Chris? 18? Is that what you're landing on?
18. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ken?
So was it 18 in the 70s? Or does anybody know? I think I was
what? Hold on.
Okay.
I think it wasn't a federal standard, but continue.
Okay. So I think I'm thinking about the movie Dazed and Confused, which was set in the 70s. And I remember asking about why it was 18 or whatever, or why they changed it. And my dad said that just too many young people were dying. But I also, 21 is probably better. But I agree with Chris about an exemption should be made for anybody who's 18 in the military.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking about that, so I didn't know if that was an acceptable answer. So, if you just if you're, and again, I'm coming from the mindset that Israel has one thing right, that a person should either serve their country or become a civil servant. I do agree on one of those two. So I'm coming from the mindset that if you're staying at home and you're not going to serve your country, why do you need a beer?
Right, because you're bored. And you're probably playing video games.
I got the answer here. So before Prohibition, it was 21. But so most states was 21. And then Prohibition passed. And then after Prohibition, most states set the minimum legal drinking age at 21. But in the 1970s, I wonder if it was also Vietnam related, like you said, between 1970 and 1975, 29 states lowered their minimum drinking age to 18, 19, or 20. And yeah, this happened at the same time the voting age was lowered to 18. Well, in the 1980s, Congress passed a law basically saying if you don't raise your minimum legal drinking age, sure, states, you have the right to change your minimum drinking age. But if it's not 21 or higher, we will stop with the federal highway funds. They also did that with the speed limit. But anyway, and so by 1988, all 50 states in the District of Columbia had raised their minimum drinking age to 21. In other words, sure, states, you can totally change it to whatever you want to, but if it's not 21 or higher, you're not going to get your daddy funds, cash cow.
Well,
So,
and I was checking what you were talking about. That well, here in Texas, a minor can drink alcohol as long as the parent is with them.
Texas,
Yeah.
absolutely, you can.
So, you know, I
Wait,
like that.
how young? Like
It
any
doesn't say.
age?
Any
It just says
Texas,
Texas
I think,
law
is any age.
allows
Wow.
minors to drink in public if they're with a parent. Minors can also drink alcohol in the private of the home. Minors can drink alcohol in licensed places like a restaurant if the parent is present and gives them permission.
That's pretty crazy.
So, like, see that rule, I agree. It should be up to mom and dad.
Yeah, me too. All right. So on the first date, who should pay the bill? Should it be split? What are your thoughts, Kyle?
Well, I think women should because I believe in equality.
Here, here. Oh, look, he got you a little laughing emoji.
Now, however, I don't go out on too many dates because I believe in this equality where they should pay. So it doesn't work out too well. But I stick to my principles.
There you go.
I love that.
There it is.
I may be old-fashioned, but I believe that the male should pay. The only way I could get around this is if she asks me out. But then if she's asking me out, why am I going to go out with her? Because that means I was too scared to go out with her, and I was too intimidated. So why should I even go out with her?
That's a lot going on upstairs with this.
Hey.
Huh. Okay, Sue says whoever asks should pay. So do you just sit there and stare at the bill?
Well,
I get it. Whoever asks out on the date. Yeah, that's fair. Absolutely. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Born Genius. I'm never going to get this right. I'm worth it. He pays.
Put her picture back up again. Let me see if she's worth it.
I'm not doing that.
Put her picture.
Oh, sweet Lord.
Oh, yeah, she's worth it. I'll pay.
Okay, where are we? What question is
she looks like my server.
You're what? You're who? I'm afraid to ask what you said.
She looks like my server. I went to a Japanese restaurant for sushi.
Oh, today? Man, I will never eat sushi. I'm just
really.
Yeah.
So the wife has been asking me to go out for sushi for 2 years now. And we found out all you can eat sushi, and I have so much sushi in my tummy right now. It's like not even funny.
That you ever go to the conveyor belt one?
Is there one here?
So good, huh?
Is there one here?
Yeah, there's one like 20 minutes or so away from here. Also, go try Little Katana. It's really good.
Little Katana, okay.
They have good music too.
I just cannot accept.
What is it? Is it
what's my issue?
Raw? Yeah, what's
raw?
Your issue?
Oh, you don't like it?
The term raw fish is just something I cannot get past. I've never tried it.
All raw fish. There's some cooked ones. They'll cook some ones.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you should try it. Like I didn't eat it growing up. I just started eating it more recently, and I'm a fan.
I feel like I'm gonna get like the blowfish poison, whatever. I don't know.
Those are for the elites. I don't think we're eating at those.
Who are you talking to? Have you seen this hoodie?
We're eating at those restaurants
slightly frayed.
Where I'm gonna get the blowfish. If you slice it incorrectly, boom, you're dead.
Yeah.
Plus, I like Japan.
Japan is cool. Japan, that's one thing I don't like about this whole Michelin stars, because usually a Japanese restaurant will get it, and I get so aggravated because they're like, oh, they got it because I get it, and it's art, and it's little,
Oh, wait, hold
on.
I love it. I can raise my hand, can I? Hang on.
What?
I have a question. Where do people see Listen, I got a note on my screen. It sounds like you have said something, so your hand will be lowered. Thank you for that. Up. Anyway, so where do you see Michelin ratings anymore? What is that? I mean, I know what it is, but where are you seeing them? On the door? I mean, where are they?
Yeah, there are on where the host stands. That's where your Michelin star is. If you all remember the movie Ratatouille, it was on the big sign outside.
Huh. Okay. Speaking of Ratatouille, the chef ended up killing himself, didn't he?
I think it was suicide. Yeah.
Thank you, Disney. That was kind of you. Anyway, okay. Ken Kyle, what was the question? I don't even remember what the question was anymore. What were we talking about? Sushi? No, that wasn't even a question, was it?
I know which one it is.
Chris, if you could serve in a presidential cabinet, I'm sorry, I thought it was a question. I forgot. We just randomly came up with it because that's what Chris had for lunch. So Chris, if you could serve in a presidential cabinet, what secretary would you want to be?
That's a cool one. I was thinking about that. I don't want to do defense or nothing like that. I want to do something like legit, something that will transfer over in the real world. So maybe agriculture. I won't do HUD because I feel like that's just racist.
Wait, why is it racist?
Because only the black person gets it.
Is that right?
Yes. So I'm thinking like agriculture, interior. I love interior.
Do you?
Treasury, that's way too much work. So maybe something like that. Like, yeah, interior or agriculture.
Okay.
Shoot, I'll take transportation.
Okay.
But I think I'm leaning more for the interior. Secretary of the Interior.
Oh, you want to deal with like national parks and whatnot?
Yeah. Oh, I love me a good park. Man, I'm a sucker for parks.
Okay. All right. Okay. Wow. The people of color, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 7 HUD secretaries have been people of color. Nice call, Cruz. Interesting.
Well, Ken did blackface when he was a little kid, so he might want to be a secretary.
Oh, I could be that. I could be part of HUD. No? Uh-oh.
I mean, I didn't expect HUD. Okay. No, I didn't expect HUD and interior to be our choice, or just our.
Really, what were you expecting?
I don't know, like CIA or. That's not really a secretary, but it's I guess I'm thinking of the ones that have to be approved by the nomination process. But if I'm just doing secretaries, yeah, I don't often see. I'm a hypocrite. I don't often give thought to the questions that I ask. I'm gonna have to look up a list. Interior actually would be fun. I mean, that's
okay. So if you think about it, you got Secretary of Education. I really don't care about the education. Secretary of Interior, you got the parks. Secretary of Agriculture, you know that you're dealing with amazing people there. You're dealing with the farmers, the growers. You're with those people know what they're doing, and if you respect those people, they'll respect you back, and they'll take care of you. And the Secretary of the Treasury, again, way too much going on there. Secretary of Defense, definitely not.
You want to be Secretary of State and travel the world and try to keep countries in line?
Secretary of State, but then again, that means I'm representing the states.
Ooh, Treasury. Treasury, deal with the money.
Yeah, but that means that you have to work with the Secret Service.
Defense, Attorney General, Interior, Agriculture, Commerce, Labor, boring. HHS, HUD, like you said there. Let's see, transportation, which we know the standard is set by Pete Buttigieg. We're all qualified to be Secretary of Transportation. Energy.
As soon as you ride a train, you can be secretary.
Yeah. Education, veterans, and DHS. So anyway, yeah. All right.
What was your answer, Ken, other than HUD?
Well, I'm actually offended by the question because I think being a secretary is a woman's job, and I would want to be border czar.
That's
because I'm all about deportations, and I like Tom Homan.
Tom Holman is my spiritual animal.
Wait, hold on. I think it's just spirit animal. I don't know that you do the whole word spiritual.
No, you heard it right. Spiritual animal.
I love the way Chris talks. Okay, where are we at here? I have not a clue. When you were younger, did you ever sneak out of the house, and where did you go? Who's up next? Ken Kyle, I believe you're
Ken
next,
Kyle.
right? Or
For that, I don't really remember doing that. I remember
whoa!
just staying inside and playing Nintendo and PlayStation and drawing pictures.
Your mom's watching, isn't she?
You do look like
You don't want to
She
get
might be my
busted.
only
You look
fan.
like
Yeah.
that kid. Well, remember, Keith, he started his own podcast playing video
Oh
games.
yes. Hold up.
Oh yeah,
hold
tell
up.
us about your podcast, would you?
Yep, I'm starting my own podcast tomorrow, and it is called oops. It's called boom 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 drum roll.
Why do I feel like he's just coming up with this on the fly? It doesn't feel organic
On the fly.
at all.
No. Tomorrow it starts. Super Nintendo, where I
Super
play Nintendo games,
Okay.
and that's it.
Hold on.
It's
hold on,
tomorrow.
hold on. So okay, so starting tomorrow, Super Nintendo
Starting
is
tomorrow.
going to be a thing,
Yep.
and people just watch you play video. Like you announced as you're playing. Do you say, "Hey, I'm doing this, and I'm doing this, and I'm going to go find this," or is it just silence and it's just us watching you play?
Oh, now I might talk about some stuff or whatever, but I don't know. Well, I haven't started it yet. We'll find out tomorrow when I do it. It's a surprise.
So where can we watch Super Nintendo's debut?
superkintendo.tv.
It's taking everything in me to keep from typing that in. Okay, all right, Chris. What the hell was the question?
No, I never snuck out because
Really?
yeah, I never did. And I was trying to think about it, even if I could come up with a lie, but no, like I lived in Puerto Rico. If I sneak out, the anaconda gets me, so I can't do that. And then here, when I came to the state, I didn't.
Hold on. What did you just say? If you
The
sneak out,
yeah, the anaconda will get me.
I don't understand what you're saying. If you sneak out,
Anaconda.
okay,
Is that a sexual reference?
Yeah. What is happening? What?
You don't know what a big snake is?
Yes,
I
know
mean,
what an
I know what
anaconda
one is.
Yeah. We know what an anaconda is. I'm just trying to figure out like where you would cross paths with one.
I was basically not a mountaineer. That's not the right word. I was a hillbilly in Puerto Rico. I lived in the rainforest.
Okay, so you sincerely meant an anaconda might.
Yes.
Okay, I shame on Ken Kyle and me because our heads are somewhere else apparently. I mean, we didn't remember
bring her
his
back
first
up,
time.
'cause I'll pay for her too. Bring her back up. I'll pay
what'd
for
you
her
say?
too. Yeah, I'll pay
Okay.
for Jenny. No, let me see her hair.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, she's cute. What did you say? I never
Yes.
snuck out and always. What did she say? You
Oh
didn't
my
read it.
gosh! I never snuck out and always let my parents know where I was because I didn't want them worried about me any more than they already were. Aw.
Yeah, that was
Good
me.
child.
That was me. Well done. You're a good person. Unlike Keith. Good job. There we go.
I just figured out how to do that too.
Oh no.
Gonna give
That's
some
a good one.
claps.
So
Yeah,
Ken,
yeah.
did you ever sneak out of the house?
We went over that with me
Yeah.
already.
You already did
I have
it.
I
Biden
failed.
brain. I have Biden brain.
My mom's watching, remember?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, she wouldn't watch anything I do.
Aw.
I can't read my handwriting, gentlemen. So please hold while I try to decipher what I wrote here.
How old do you think dinosaurs are?
No, I got that here. I got that. By the way, I only snuck out twice. It was once to wish somebody a white Christmas in July, and then the other time was that was with toilet paper. Oh my gosh, I can't keep Chris awake. And then the other time was I only snuck out of the house when I lived with my grandparents because I wanted to go to Arby's and get like 5 for $5.
I do remember that story.
wow.
Yes, I remember that story.
The problem was, you remember the problem outside my bedroom window at Nana and Papa's house? Do you remember that?
No.
There was a holly bush. Those things are sharp. That 5 for $5 was not worth what I went through.
I remember that.
So I tore, huh?
Oh, I was gonna say when you say you snuck out for a white Christmas in July, you're saying
Yes.
admitting to doing cocaine.
No.
Oh,
That would
okay.
be toilet papering
Oh, right.
an individual. Before I tore off this little note I wrote to myself because I'm determined by the end of this show today to figure out what it says, but haven't got there yet. I've cracked half of it. Okay, so don't forget you got your lottery, your Powerball, 89 million this weekend. Mega Millions, 59 million. Some guy just won 1.2 million, and he almost forgot to even check his ticket. It's because he was gonna miss work or something, and somebody texted him, "Oh, did you win the lottery?" And that's what reminded him to check his ticket. And sure enough, he had won the freaking lottery, 1.2 million. This is getting awkward, Chris. Don't get any closer.
He's using all these new features. I just found a bunch of features, and
Can you zoom on this thing? Where's the
you
zoom?
can zoom. You
Where?
can
Yeah, you
color
can zoom in.
correct. And there's
Under-
something called beautification, and I turned it all the way up, but like my face is the same.
Hold on. Where's
Didn't
the
help at
setting
all.
for the zoom? What do you click for that, Chris?
You click on Smart Zoom.
I don't have that.
Oh yeah, no, it is smart zoom is great. Now move your
Wow.
head around, and it will follow you. Yeah,
Where? I don't have smart zoom.
it's under effects or something. Settings.
Huh. Well, I feel.
What kind of
completely-
laptop you got?
I don't know. What is it? Lenovo?
Oh,
Good
because are
question.
you on a Mac, Chris?
No.
Yes.
So I'm on a
Oh,
Mac.
so-
Maybe you don't get
okay.
it.
So it's not a feature. I gotcha. Yeah, I bet. Okay, so here are some amendments, some constitutional amendments that never made it through the whole process here. If you want to go back to 1876, there was an attempt to abolish the United States Senate. It's too bad that one didn't go through. Wow,
Didn't
that's a
stick.
lovely place you're at there, Chris. Also in 1876, boy, they were really pissy back then. The forbidding of religious leaders from occupying a governmental office or receiving federal funding. Wow. 1878, an executive council of 3 to replace the office of president. Oh, that came back around during Jimmy Carter, his era, because he sucked so bad at it. 1893, a constitutional amendment failed that would have renamed this nation the United States of the Earth.
Ooh, I like
That's-
that.
Why?
Because it's like Futurama.
Mm.
Okay. And also, you know what it would do? It would open us up to places like Greenland, because then we aren't pigeonholed into America. I like it too
Right.
now.
Yeah.
1893, abolishing the United States Army and Navy. All right, what freak tried that? 1894.
Libertarian. I bet you
Uh,
was some dumb libertarian.
Hey. Let's see. 1894, acknowledging that the Constitution recognized God and Jesus Christ as supreme authorities in human affairs.
Amen to that.
I thought that was already established in the Constitution.
Well, I think
Right.
it got eroded over time.
Oh, definitely. More than a little. 1912, making marriage between races illegal. Oh, now we're in the progressive area, boys. 1912. 1914, finding divorce to be illegal. 1916, all acts of war should be put to a national vote. Anyone voting yes had to register as a volunteer for service in the U.S. Army.
Yeah, you'll stop wars very quickly if you do that.
Yes, you will.
It goes back,
hell.
right? It goes back to what we always say, like all these Congress people and senators when they vote for a war. Of course they are, because they're not going.
Yep. Either our fortunate sons.
Yep.
Let's see. 1933, an attempt to limit personal wealth to $1 million. Oh, gosh. Somebody wake Chris up. 1936, an attempt to allow the American people to vote on whether or not the United States should go to war. That sounds similar.
It does.
1938, the forbidding of drunkenness in the United States and all of its territories. Okay, that's unacceptable.
Wow.
You need to stop the personal attacks.
What are you drinking?
Water,
Oh, okay.
probably. Yeah, it's not this. Now, when this glass is empty, then it'll be this. So
Well, I'm gonna
let's.
go mosey on over to your office and get some too.
There's none in there.
Oh, well, that's too
Or
bad.
or it's hidden. No,
Oh.
let's see here. Let's see. 19. Where the hell did I leave off? 1947. The income tax maximum for an individual should not exceed 25%. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Should not exceed 10%. But this is 25.
If it's good for God, it's good for you.
Mhm. 1948, the right of citizens to segregate themselves from others. Wait, now that's freedom of association. I don't think that this had anything to do with just leave me alone. I think this is a little bit more Jim Crow-y.
Okay.
Let's see. 1971, American citizens should have the alienable right to an environment free of pollution. That's the stupidest damn thing. And there you go. These are failed constitutional amendments in history. Okay. I'm telling you, this continuity of government thing with the DC crash, because that's what the Black Hawk was participating in, a mission, or an assignment or whatever the hell. What do you call it, Chris? Nah, he's muted now. What is it? Wait, now I can hear myself. What are we doing? Check. Okay, that's better. All right. Anyway, the continuity of government. That was what the chopper was
It
doing.
Yes. It was
I don't know.
training.
That's still bugging me. And now it shouldn't bug me, because if we didn't have a plan for continuity of government, I've done a little bit of research since this morning when we talked about it on Pat Gray over on the Blaze. If they didn't have a plan in place and something really bad happened, especially in our nation's capital, then I'd be the same person to be pissed that we didn't have a plan in place. So, I can understand why they would do something like that. But new details today, and I haven't checked in the last couple hours. So if you guys have any new information, or if you want to Google right now, I know that the FAA employee that was running the show there in the tower, I know they were doing the job of 2. That came out originally. Then a couple of hours ago, it came out that the other employee that was supposed to be there was allowed to go home early. What we're finding, what I have yet to find out, is what was the excuse. Like in other words, I mean, if they were vomiting profusely, if they were, they had diarrhea, explosive diarrhea or something like, I can understand that. But if it was just, I want to go and watch the game. See, I don't know.
I understand that. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So, I don't know the reason for that. Now, something else I want to address is I keep hearing that the chopper was taking an erratic route. That's something that I want some more information on. And of course, we got to get more information.
My only explanation to that is, if this was a training mission, the erratic routes, it was probably the pilot trying to get the training in, right? Now,
okay.
the other question would be, then why would he do it in such a close proximity to a airport? It goes back. We don't know what kind of training yet. I know Sector Hegseth is on it, but I'm curious to know, because it's obviously was a night mission. Obviously, the army filed the paperwork and they got permission, and the base commander, it was clear for the crew chiefs to be there. And it was a pilot with a co-pilot, so it had everything approved. The one thing that I would love to know is, where did the mess up happen? Was it a air traffic controller? And the more information we get out of it, it looks like the air traffic controller might get most of the blame. And I agree after what Keith said yesterday, where there were more than just one plane, and when the tower asked the helicopter, "Do you see the plane?" he says yes. and asked for a visual,
wasn't specific enough.
But it wasn't specific enough. And I know pilots have contacted you, Keith, and told us that, like, hey, the traffic control did not say, hey, 11 o'clock, passenger plane.
Yes.
So I honestly feel like if you were to ask me today, Chris, where do you think the fault is? I say 80-20, 80 going to the tower, 20 going to the pilot.
Okay. And by the way, we need to address this, the Joe Ellis thing going around, the trans pilot. What's so interesting is that on that day, the 29th, Michael Smerconish, his Facebook page has an interview with a trans pilot named Joe Ellis. So so people are saying that there was a Joe Ellis, but I haven't heard that name released by the Department of Defense. And so I don't know if it was just ironic that interview occurred. So people are trying to say that it's the same person. I would caution us on that. I mean, it may turn out to be that is the case, but we haven't heard officially the name of the third.
So we know the pilot, we know the crew chief. We don't know the co-pilot yet.
That's what I'm trying to find out. And if you'll recall, there was a lot, and I ended up stumbling on this as well. If you'll recall, during Christmas break, they said that they had identified the burning victim on the New York City subway, and that was completely wrong as well. So let's just find out and wait for the DOD. Can I want to clear my name here for just a second here. Did you have a thought on this, Super Ken?
Yeah, I kind of, and I mean, I don't have any know-how, but I just sort of think that it was on purpose, because there's too many things happening that are weird and then get memory hold. One of them is when that ferry or what barge ran into the Francis Scott Key Bridge. That was sometime after a Russian bombing attack. And, I don't know who would do what, but like that could have been retaliatory. I mean, it looked like it went right into it. It steered into it. You saw the power go out. And then, I mean, these Black Hawk helicopters, there's even a video from a few months ago or where those can be remote controlled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's do this off the top of our head. Francis Scott Key Bridge, memory hold. We've got the New Orleans attack is on its way to being memory hold.
Mm-hmm.
Las Vegas, memory hold. Las Vegas a few years ago, memory hold. So I got 2 Las Vegas memory holds. We've got the Pennsylvania shooter of Trump, memory hold. The Florida assassination of Trump, memory hold. I mean, the list is just getting untenable, man. Let's go. Let's crack some of these codes. But I can't go any further until we address this, because people are blaming me in the chat, and I just won't stand for a typo or a spell check error that's being unfairly pinned on yours truly. Super Nintendo, you're gonna need to change. Borders are take that A off of there. Come on now.
I thought about it.
I was gonna let that go until people started saying, "Did y'all see what Keith typed? He misspelled." Okay, I can't.
It was Keith's fault. Keith's the one that controls it. I just fixed it for you guys in the chat. Keith, you're a bad person.
That right there. Well, it's under Ken's thing. That's something I would have done, and I would have never guessed that I spelled it incorrectly.
I mean, at least you admit that, right? All right, so it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. But Ken, I think you're right, man. I think a week from now, I fear a week from now, it won't even be a topic of discussion.
Even okay, let's say even that's true. Let's say that it goes into the memory hole, whatever you want to call it. I'm really impressed with the transparency and the quickness from this administration.
Oh, that's the other thing I want to address when you're done.
Right? So immediate, I gotta.
What did I say? What did I say this morning? I said, challenge Trump when he is bombastic and way out in front of a story. Challenge him at your peril on this stuff.
Yes.
Because when he says something like it was DEI, well, how do you know that? Because I have common sense. Now the press is like, well, we don't say that. We're not ready to report that. Well, you're not the end all be all, and you're not the president of the United States, and you're not the commander in chief, the top of the chain of what apparently caused this accident. So, or I'm sorry, Ken, this accident. So why don't you let him say, because every time the press does this, and anytime someone says Trump's being Trump, it turns out
he's right.
He was right. And he never gets credit. They don't go back and go, well, it turns out that 6 months ago when Donald Trump told us X, it turned out to be X. When we screamed it was Y. So let's keep an eye on that thread. And trust me, this is the great thing about Trump being president. Because if he does turn out to be absolutely correct, whether he's right about it being the FAA or the helicopter or whatever, a DEI policy that led to this, then he is at least in a position as president of the States to have the biggest megaphone possible to come back and go,
told you
I told
so.
you.
And what's funny is, so for example, when this whole thing happened, right, immediately, and it's of course, but immediately the Blonde Squad was out.
The Blonde Squad.
The press secretary was right in the front talking to Fox News, and she said, the press. Oh, you don't know about the Blonde Squad?
I've never heard that term associated with anything.
Oh,
the Blonde Squad. This sounds like a series.
So the Blonde Squad is the new administration that had what's her name?
Caroline Leavitt.
Okay, so
press secretary.
Yeah, Caroline. I thought you knew this. If I knew this, if you didn't knew this, it was going to be. So they're called the Blonde Squad, and is Caroline, and her two sidekicks, which are blondes.
Okay.
Caroline
Leavitt.
Yes, give me one.
But
second.
I don't know who her.
I got him. So this is your Blonde Squad.
Okay.
Stupid. Hold up. Sorry, it's my background. The one time I'm trying to be cool about this, burns me. Okay.
Oh, look at that popcorn.
Oh yeah.
So this is your Blonde. I'm gonna give you who the names are.
So these are all press affiliated.
They're all babes, is what they are.
Yes. Thank you. She's in charge, and those are her two assistants, basically.
Okay.
And they're called the Blonde Squad, and you got they don't have their names in here. Oh, here we go. Nope, they don't have their names. What the heck? I thought they would have their names in here. Darn. But anyways, they came out and they were already talking to the press. Then the next day, you had everybody and their mother right there. You got Kristi Noem. You had Secretary Pete. And then Hexa did this amazing thing. He took his interview, just like we're doing our doing this thing with his camera and took us inside the office of the Secretary of Defense. And I was like, what? There's an office? Like, that's amazing. So I'm curious to, think about if this incident would have happened in a Biden or a Harris Walton.
No, because even that night, Caroline Leavitt was calling in. You think KJP is going to be bothered to call into a TV station to talk about
Kennedy that night?
Right. Yep.
Briefing America, telling them the president is aware. We'll find out what happened. That's wild.
That is awesome. Yep. And just so you know, those two chicks behind her don't have names.
They do have
names.
No,
I finally found them. Here we go. Just as I said that. Sunny Joy Nelson.
Yes.
And Keegan Nangle.
Yes.
Sunny Joy.
They're called the Blonde Squad.
Okay, so let me go one step deeper on this crash thing. Remember how we played the video today on Pack Ray Unleashed of they were practicing ice rescues on the river?
Yeah.
Okay. Granted, it's it's not often that you can practice right there in DC. So it was cold enough. A lot of people are saying, Jeffy kind of intonated that, look at them practice. Now, let's just set that aside for a second. Our government is famous for practicing for disasters on the eve of actual disasters. So they were doing exercises in New York on 9/11, 2001. If you recall, there was a little thing called Event 201 on the eve of the COVID-19 outbreak. We had they tried to set up this election monitoring thing for Election Day 2024, but news got out about that they would be accessing servers and all that stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not going to do that now. Thanks, though." That was that's good. So, and there's been other situations, let's say, where it's just too ironic, the coincidences ahead of major events. So I preface that by saying this headline: FBI begins nuclear incident drill in New York amid fears of World War III. It started Sunday and it runs through today. I'm sure it's fine. Just so you know, they're just getting ready for any kind of radiological attack, so that response personnel can practice protecting the public health and safety. Again, I'm sure it's honestly, I bet it is just a normal thing that happens. But just thought I'd let you know, they're prepared for a nuclear attack, a radiological attack in New York City. So you should sleep tight, knowing that the authorities are planning for the worst in protection of you.
Speaking of that, one of my kids that I mentor just graduated from Coast Guard. So send me a picture of him. He is officially in the United States Coast Guard. And he'll be stationed in California.
Excellent.
Well, God bless him.
What?
What was that? Did you hear that ding?
I did.
Wow, that was
I don't
loud.
know what it was.
I don't either.
don't
Well,
know.
anyway, please give him our best.
For sure.
Why? Hold on a second. It says supercontendo.tv. I am this close to checking that. Why do I feel gullible at this point? Would you guys, huh?
Because you are.
Yeah, I honestly, something's happening to me. I told you it's a Biden brain. Chris, this next story is for you. Oh, before I do this, I was practicing this before you jumped on here, Chris, me and Ken, and I want to ask the audience if they can hear this, and if they can, how loud, blah, 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 blah. Can you hear? So there you go. Can you guys see that video? I had to switch screens here. You see that, baby? Everybody? Yeah? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay. I need confirmation here. Okay, cool. All right. So this is a thing where they discovered that babies really love the sound of tape. So hopefully you guys can hear the greatest sound in the world, babies laughing at tape. It's just hysterical. And I just set this up, and now if you can't hear the audio, it will be the biggest letdown ever. Did you hear the baby laughing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
That was normal this time.
normal
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Why does that say what the hell?
Yeah.
What? Who wrote that? I
that
love
one
that.
actually got like sad when they started closing it again.
Yeah, well, I think it was just intensely staring at it. But
Oh.
I didn't realize it until I scrolled down that whoever captioned this,
Uh-huh.
they captioned it, "What the hell?" I mean, come on. Well, that is a odd. That's odd. Way to title that there. Let's see if I can get back to you guys now. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm just glad you could hear that. Hey, I've got a story freshly made for Cruz. And the headline is, yes, the color of your egg yolk matters. Here's what it means. I've got a list of all the different shades of egg yolks that like what they mean. And so, Chris, I want to know if wait, why aren't we outside with your chickens, bro? What's the deal?
Oh, because I'm supposed to be. Thank you for reminding me. Let me put my pants back on.
Well, okay, well, right. Thank you for reminding me to feed my chickens today. I was going to let them starve to death, but
I was
thank
taking
goodness.
a drink.
The reason why I'm up here is because I need to be cleaning Draco
Malfoy. Oh, dude, he's looking at you like, bro, get over here.
So he stinks like there's no tomorrow.
Hold on, is that him on top there?
Yeah.
What am I looking at? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I have to clean him up.
He's like looking at you right there.
Yeah,
dude, he's been looking at us for the last hour and 17 minutes.
Is that awkward or what, man?
Oh, yes, it is.
Wait, your pants are on, right? Confirmed?
Yeah, confirmed they're on.
All right, just. Oh, whoa, hey, bud, what's up? He's like, I've been waiting to be invited. All right. So hold on a second. Here's a question for you right now. Can you smell him, or is it his cage that smells?
I think it's the cage. I don't think it's him. That's why I took him out. Yeah, I don't think it's him.
That's good. He's like, thank you.
It's weird because I literally went at least like 8 months without cleaning his kennel, his bucket thingy here. Never had a smell issue. So I wonder if it's the sand. Because we have movie nights on Fridays up here in the movie room. And my wife told me at lunch, yeah, can't have a movie night when it smells like something died upstairs.
Yeah, right. What does he ever molt and have his skin come off and all that stuff?
Oh, yeah, he already happened.
How often does that happen?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Huh.
But we have some parts here that still hasn't.
Oh, he's ticklish.
Yeah.
Okay, so get this. If your hens, okay, so stop me if. Okay, let me back up. All of your chickens, how many do you currently have?
12.
12. Do their eggs, do the yolks all have the same color?
Yes.
Okay. Now listen to this description and stop me when you hear the yolk that is best descriptive of your chickens. Okay.
Got it.
Pale yellow.
No.
Okay. Pale yellow means a hen's diet was mostly wheat, barley, or white cornmeal. Okay. Is it a medium or darker yellow, Cruz?
No.
A hen's diet that has that color yolk was mostly corn or alfalfa meal. How about your yolks? Are they orange?
Yes.
Okay, does this check out? That means the hen's diet was rich in
protein,
carotenoids. Is that carrots? I don't know.
Yeah.
Which are pigments found in. Oh, it's going to tell me. Sorry, in plants like marigolds, carrots, pumpkins, and sweet potatoes.
That's in their diet. Yes.
Okay. Let's see. So a hen foraged for food such as. I'm listening. Did you say something?
If it has a different shade of, because mine are like dark orange.
Okay. So greenish would mean that it has let's see, the diet of the hen may have contributed to a greenish ring if it was this did not print up properly. So let's just say bugs. I think that's the bug one. Green grass. Oh, that makes sense. Grass, bugs, worms. Okay. Let's see. Darker yolks are more common in free range eggs. And by the way, can I just say, and I don't want to put you on the spot here, but there is a big distinction that people I don't think realize too often, maybe more so now than years ago. But free range, organic, and pasture raised are completely different descriptors. Can you explain that to people?
Free range is what I have, meaning they are able to do whatever the heck they want in the backyard. They can sleep in the coop. They don't have to sleep in the coop.
Okay. And so, but I mean, this applies to like beef too.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
What are the other options?
Let's see. It was organic, pasture raised, or free range.
What's the other one?
What? Somebody in the chat will know this, right? On the meat, because the meat is really specific. I'm trying. I can't.
But I'll tell you a funny story about our eggs, because it just happened this end of the season for our eggs. When sometimes when I get a little bit too excited with my chickens, I like to give them snacks.
He says that as his lizard goes flopping onto the couch. We're just doing facts here, man.
I like to give them snacks because I like to, make sure that they're nice and taken care of. And he literally jumped from the couch to the floor. He's having so much fun right now.
I can stretch. Is that door closed? I don't want him getting out there with the dogs, man.
Oh, the dogs are downstairs.
Okay, but I'm look at me worried for the bearded dragon getting out of the toy room or whatever he's in up there.
Oh no, he can't get up here.
Okay.
But so when we were cracking some eggs to make some scrambled eggs for dinner, and I smell fish, and I'm like, oh, that's so wrong. So I'm eating, and then I divided all the eggs between me, my wife, and the kids, and my wife's like, oh my gosh, Chris, this is rotten eggs. You're feeding us rotten eggs. What happened was that my snacks, I gave them too much snacks, and they were not eating the worms and the stuff that they're supposed to eat. They were just pecking and eating the little pebbles of snacks that changed their diet. And the eggs weren't bad. It's just they were extra omega-3.
Oh, no.
We threw them away. And then after the internet was like, no, don't throw them away. Just have extra omega-3s. I was like, no. So
you ruined it then, huh? This is so ironic. You talked about it smells like rotten eggs and all that stuff. Just as you were saying that, I'm like, something stinks up here. What is that? And I look over and here's the guilty party. I just took a picture. Tanner laying over here with his big lump on his neck there, and you can see definitely. I know it's you, bro. I love you to pieces, but you need to go OUT. I dare not say the word because then I'm going to be under pressure to take him OUT. Hey, I looked up the free range meat is meat from animals that have had continuous access to the outdoors for more than half of their lives. That's free range. And so you have, like they have to review your application, all that stuff. Free range meat. There's another one. What was the other one I was looking up, guys? Organic or something. I think that's the kind of grain that they have access to. Let's see. Organic is a label that indicates a food or product, agricultural product, has been produced using approved methods that promote ecological balance, conserve, but whatever the hell. Anyway,
now, when are you going to make them taste different in the end?
Ooh,
or is it more of just an ethical thing?
Good question. Supercontendo.tv. I'm refusing to go.
He's looking it up right now.
I almost did. Hey, I didn't even pull this video mostly because it was kind of stupid. Actually, it was just a picture. They think that there was this fish in Japan. This is such a Japan story. Yeah, an aquarium in Japan. So basically, yeah, here it does have the picture though. They said the fish was sick, this big fish, and then so what they did is because it was lonely, because it was like I forgot what they're refurbishing it. That's what it was. So they're undergoing a makeover at this aquarium, and so there's no people in there right now, and so he got sick because he got lonely, and so then they put a clothes rack, as you can see, right up against the window.
Cool.
And now they said he feels better. So.
Wow.
Did you see? I don't think this was.
That's trickery.
This was in Japan, but I think it was like overseas. The mermaid that got attacked by the catfish.
No.
Wait, what? Oh yeah. I saw it. Do you think that hurt?
I think it did. I don't know.
Oh,
Sorry.
yes, yeah. Her head, the
Yeah,
lady
I
dressed as a
think it
mermaid,
scared the
was
crap out of
inside
her.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it scared the crap out of her.
Man,
Yeah.
dude, could you imagine if that was a shark?
Right?
Oh, and that caught on video.
Yeah.
Decapitation. Yeah.
I
Just
bet.
sucks her whole head in.
Oh my gosh. So this is at an aquarium, and she gets out of there, man.
Mhm.
As soon as it happens, watch this, y'all. Can you see that? Like the
Yeah.
fish, her head is inside. Oh, you freak.
So her head looks intact and not damaged.
Yeah, right.
but-
And she got out of there.
I honestly think it was one of those where it was like, "Ooh, what is this?"
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
And it might
hang
have
on.
just like sucked her head
Here we
or
go.
something.
Here we go. She posted a picture. It kind of cut above her eye. Actually, she got out pretty safe.
Oh, wow.
Pretty
Okay.
unscathed there. But
I'm sure like it's the texture of its body that scratched her.
Yeah. And also she was wearing a mask, so that could have been with the mask.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So you heard the 66 million year old vomit that was found in Denmark, right?
Jeffy was telling me we never got it. We never got into it.
Say it again. What was it?
Jeffy was telling me about it. We never got into it. I had to go.
So a guy was out on a walk. They're near Copenhagen, Denmark, and
Who hasn't been in Copenhagen, Denmark, having just a walk?
Right. And so he found some fragments. He took it to a museum. He's like, "Hey, what's this? It looks like, puke and stuff." And so they found they dated it to 66 million years ago. And they think it was from some kind of fish based on what they tested it because they're like, this is very important when we're reconstructing past ecosystems because it provides important information about which animals were eaten by which. And so I forgot what they said was in there, like plants or whatever. I don't know. So just file that away for just a second. We've lost Chris. I miss him already. But your pants are on at least. Okay.
Oh.
What is happening? Can we?
You just put them on.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to see your crotch, bro. Can we?
You not see a crotch? That's my elbow. That's my elbow.
You flatter yourself. So let's see. So 66 million year old vomit, right? Where is the?
I don't think that's me. I don't know.
Where is the Dean coming from? So 66 million year old vomit. The same time story is making the rounds. A story out of Brazil is making the rounds. Researchers made an extraordinary discovery of 9,000-year-old. Now, so I'm genuinely asking you guys to help me understand this, because as everyone associated with this podcast knows, I am horrific at math. I readily admit that.
What? No.
Yes, it's a true thing. It's a true thing. So
You're also bad at English because you put borders are with an A.
True. Thank you, Super Contender, for reminding us of that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It wasn't me. Okay, so researchers made an extraordinary discovery of 9,000-year-old rocks. Okay, so the rocks are 9,000 years old, with drawings etched into them. Okay, so that the drawings have to be no older than 9,000 years, and the drawings are dinosaurs. Okay, and they're next to footprints of dinosaurs. So I've read multiple versions of this story. So two things I want to say. Cruz, you got to get this story to our buddies over at the ICR.
Yes, ICR.
The creation menu. I don't know where the hell is the Dean coming from? I'm about to break off something proper here. Let's go. So, Jim Rome throwback. Jim Rome's been on the mind a lot lately. Okay, but listen to this. They're saying that the rocks are 9,000 years old. They're saying that the drawings are 9,000 years old, and that the footprints are 66 million years old. How does that work? How do you have 66 million years old? And by the way, that's too ironic that we have two dinosaur stories about 66 million years in the same week. But I digress.
Well, remember what he told us, right? When they were talking about the carbon footprint, right? That's all.
Oh, that science is messed up.
Yeah, that science is literally pulling out of their butts.
Yes. Agreed. But I'm trying to find this. I think I have a picture of this and I can't find it. Anyway, but what I don't understand is how the drawings are 9,000 years old. So what they're saying is that these would have had some sort of knowledge of dinosaurs, which if you go to the Creation Museum, they're in Irving, they have
Dinosaurs and humans. Yeah.
they have a picture from some place in England that it's like there's a guy buried there, and on his gravesite that's inside this building that you can't get access to because they don't want people that don't believe in evolution to stumble upon it. And it showed, what was it? It showed this dinosaur on this thing from, I don't know, 500 years ago or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just fascinating, and we don't know what we think we know.
No, and that's one thing. But I'll definitely, because Mr. Dave, me and him, we've been talking because he has a big event that I'm trying to help him out with. But and one thing about that I would like to ask Ken Kyle, how old do you think the universe is, or the Earth?
Wait, what are we? I didn't ask him that. I was asking him how old do you think dinosaurs are.
But I want to ask
him
to
answer. Oh,
putting you on the
spot. Am I supposed to guess how the?
Well, here's the thing, though. If he gives the wrong answer to either of them, then that means he doesn't believe what I believe. So, how old is the Earth?
I didn't know this was religion talk, but here we go.
Religion talk. I just want to see where he is.
Okay.
It's as old as when God created it, right? Is that a good answer?
I like that answer.
He likes that answer.
Wait, what is it? Is that Glen Rose, Texas?
No, that's Brazil.
Oh.
This is the Rock and all this stuff. It's impossible to really. This is a pointless image that Keith put on the screen here because you can't even see whatever.
You see the dinosaur steps.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, I should have had it zoomed in more.
It looks like Glen Rose, Texas. If you're in Glen Rose, Texas, that's what you see.
Really?
Yeah,
I've seen this south of Denver. Yeah, I can't think. It's near Red Rocks. Dinosaur. No.
Is it Dinosaur Valley?
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, y'all. It's right there next to Red Rocks, and they've got dinosaur footprints in the rocks, and it's just fascinating to go and see.
The question you did want was, I don't really know how old dinosaurs are, but one thing that I've recently people are debating or whatever is that they didn't really have reptilian skin. They had feathers.
That's a new thing.
Disappointing. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the T-Rex with feathers.
But would that make sense? Does Chris have a dozen little tiny dinosaurs running around his backyard?
I love that theory. I love the theory that the T-Rex's evolution process with little chickens.
How embarrassing is that?
Right?
I was somebody. Damn you!
A lifetime. You were the king of the kings when it came to the animal kingdom. Now you're literally a side dish.
You are a dish, and so are your little eggs, your little half offspring.
True.
That's okay. There goes.
I saw another fun fact recently that it said George Washington was never able to know that there were dinosaurs because they didn't discover them till after he was dead.
Yeah.
So
that's actually true. Trying to find this picture I want to show.
I don't know that was helpful, but
it's totally helpful. Hang on, I'm trying to get this picture here. Hang on. Let's see, get this to show up. Oh yeah, okay. So check this out. You eating this? You eating that thing? You like that, don't you?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah,
it's a donut, but I don't think it's over here though. I think it's in Europe or something.
Wouldn't that count as the McGriddle? Because McDonald's has the pancakes on pancake buns anyways. So isn't that like a McGriddle?
This is how the hell does Ecuador? How does Ecuador get something before us? This Krispy Kreme donut with the beef patty and the mozzarella cheese or whatever that is, and the really good looking bacon. Wow, that looks good.
And why
How?
is their beef patty so much larger than ours? Like we have like thin beef patties. That's like huge.
You know what? Robert Kennedy will get that fixed.
Okay. You could probably make that.
You probably can. Yeah.
I'd try one.
Do I
Oh,
look like
yes.
I'm going to take
For
the time?
science,
to make
I'll
that?
try it.
Well, I would hope you'd take the time to make them for us.
Chris always is making stuff for us. If you wake up early enough, Ken Kyle, and come into Pat Gray Unleashed at the Blaze, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Central, you could come and visit us on the day that Chris is going to make these for us. Right, Chris?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
I
See?
want one.
See,
He also, I was promised Chick-fil-A. That happens on this show too, right?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
No, I'm in a tunnel and it's
What happened?
I can't hear you.
No?
Sorry.
I was
see.
promised Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, that was a
Cruz
lie.
is gonna,
It was just to get you here.
Oh, what?
So there's a guy named George, and he was worried that his employer would demand that he return to the office. So he executed a backup plan. He started secretly working a second remote job. This cat had 2 remote jobs at the same time. In 2022, George was working remotely in an IT role in the finance industry. When his company began discussing return to office plans, he balked and reached out to an IT recruiting firm in the hopes it could help him find a new remote role. Shortly after, he landed an offer for a remote position that was similar to his current job. So now George has 2 remote jobs the other company doesn't know about. He's a millennial. Until now, all right. Well, he's
the world.
It's his name is George, Chris.
Oh, okay.
He's a millennial. He is now juggling 2 remote roles, earning $250,000 annually. He's considering retiring by age 50. He said working 2 remote jobs at the same time can be stressful, but it's worth it. Stand by. One more sentence for you. George said his overemployment situation is far from ideal because his jobs require a fair amount of work and meetings. This has made it difficult for him to excel at both roles, which is something he said he's had to grapple with. You SOB. This guy.
So he sits at home and does 2 jobs?
2 jobs.
Yes.
Yep. But
What
I
do you
don't know
think
what
they
he does.
are. Oh, okay.
He's IT. He's remote
Okay.
IT. He dials in and fixes stuff. But you know, boy, when those meetings, those Zoom calls, when they boy, that's stressful when the windows cross.
They're
I mean,
hard to do.
Good for him, but you son of a this guy is. It's not quality work if
He probably drinks beer all day too.
George is smart. Actually. What's going on with your drag? Did you put him up?
Yeah, I figured out what to do when you guys were talking.
Man, I am sorry that you're so tired.
No, it's just a thing that I do on purpose because.
Oh, trying to get me to wrap this up. I see how you're working.
Oh, we got 20 minutes. We're good.
Yeah, let me try to find. My youngest daughter.
Oh, speaking of youngest, okay, I've been wrestling with this since the new year.
Okay.
So downstairs on my fridge, and I know this is wait, how did him saying he's youngest make him think about this?
Boy, I don't know if I like where this is going.
I know, but I'll get there. It's all fun.
Okay.
I have your Christmas card hanging on my fridge.
Aw.
And I've been meaning to ask you this, but today's a perfect day to ask you. When do I throw that away?
Ooh. You should save it. That's what I do.
Okay, save it.
Great question.
Fine. Okay,
Great question.
Fine. I'll save it, right? Because Keith is not the only one that I have. I have a couple other families and students, and I got it, right? How long do I save this for?
Till you die.
I have one card that I've had since my first marriage. And it's I feel like really weird throwing it out because it was a little kid who made it for me. And it sits there, right? So I'm not saying that I throw them away, but for example, Keith made me one for Christmas, and I love it, and I look at it not in a creepy way. Every morning when I get my juice, there's kids' family looking
You
at
get
me.
your Jews,
You have Jews?
bro? Are you like hiding them? What? That's. I mean, that's the story here.
Well, hey, that's
Chris
good.
Cruz is hiding Jews. Are we already? I knew things were bad, in the world.
Hitler got
Anti-Semites
elected.
everywhere.
Hitler got elected, so
Oh, right.
we got to start hiding the Jews. No, juice.
Okay, juice. Whenever you get your juice,
Yes, when I get my
you're
morning
opening the
juice,
fridge and you see
the
my
The
beautiful
Malinak,
family.
the Malinak family is looking at me. Now my
Okay.
question to you guys, because one of those cards, it's your card that you say you worked hard and you mailed
I've
them
got
out.
the answer.
you put us
I've
out.
got the answer.
When does those cards get thrown away? And if they get archived, right? Not in the
Mhm.
garbage because that's trash. Archived.
Archived.
Where do they get put archived?
I got 3 answers for you.
3 answers. I love it.
First of all, number 1, it's not your family, so throw it away whenever you want to, which
Okay.
is typically, I think, whenever you de-decorate for Christmas. And you won't hurt my feelings if I sense that I'm being thrown in the trash. That's number 1. Number 2, if it's of your family, you keep one of those every year. Like, in other words, because it's really cool to go back and see the kids over time every year.
Yeah,
Keep one.
I don't have that.
Keep one copy of your own. And but the third thing is, and if you've ever sent me a card, cover your ears.
Oh
Okay.
no.
So
no.
when I
Oh no.
so the Christmas card is attached to the Christmas season.
Yeah.
The card that you just get in the mail, like, hey, have a happy day or whatever. Now that's not. Hold on a sec. That's not true. Like listeners, Pat Gray Unleashed, something like that. Like I've got a lot of those around my desk space. So this isn't exactly accurate. This doesn't really apply to anybody here, as a matter of fact. You know what? It's good. So it works out. But if I get like a birthday card, right? Or if I get some sort of whatever from a relative, that card's in the can before nightfall, bro. Which is out of character for me because I've admitted I'm a pack rat. But yet something about character.
You're right.
Something about
So it's double hurtful.
greeting cards. I guess it's just because they're just too. There might be we might be peeling off several layers of onion here.
Is it because it's not
It's
personalized?
No, I don't know. Maybe because it's so sappy or whatever that I'm just like,
okay, whatever.
All right, cool message. See ya.
Okay.
I think Ken is sad for me now.
I am. I have all the Christmas cards from my grandma. They're special.
Oh no!
I feel
Look at
bad
the chat.
for you.
Can you see?
Look,
can you guys see the
I
chat?
can't see the chat.
Oh, okay. Go to the.
But
YouTube.
you save all those like scripts and everything, and you don't.
I save Post-it notes longer than I save greeting cards.
That's
that's
brought the podcast to a sad moment.
Wait, what? Hold on. What? You have to be more clear here. What did I say? Good save. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Yeah, isn't that right? Where did it go?
Look at all those tears. Oh, and thumbs down. That's good. That's good.
Wow.
Thumbs down.
I'm being judged on my own show.
You are.
I'm just with the audience.
This is the last time we'll be invited because we're judging.
Judging, yeah. Oh, Kim is not happy with me. She has made it very clear.
Is Kim a real redhead or is she faking it?
Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. Good point, not Jess. If there's no money, yeah, I'll give your card if there's cash in it. Amen, not Jess. You are now forgiven for being.
I always get cash in the card, so I have to save it.
Right. Okay. All right. So you're a good
when
person.
Do you stop putting cash? Well, that's a good question.
I'm just a little better.
Because we already had the question about who pays when you go out if you're going out with your parents, right?
Women.
But
hold on. I gotta clarify. Yeah, no. That's right. No, that's actually no. This is a fact, Sue, and I don't know if this is the difference between work and home. I really don't know this phenomenon, but I'm not lying, Sue. When Pat heads send me cards, and in fact, I can envision it right now at work. All of the cards that people have sent me are like stacked up against the lamp there. Not all of them, but the recent ones. And then there are
Pixar's
some,
not real.
and then there's some down. And then there are some that are down in my I don't know, what do you call it? The little coffee
can?
table. It's back
Oh.
the trash can. So anyway, no, I'm talking about in the mail, like at home. I think more than anything, because I do keep your cards.
when do you stop putting cash in a card?
In fact, if you walk over to my office right now, to your left, Ken Kyle, and you look on my desk, you'll see
Cash.
several cards.
Ken,
No,
cash. All I heard, you'll see cash on his.
Well, I'm about to head over there then.
yeah, that's what I'm hoping you'll do.
Oh wait,
see,
do you actually want me to go get some cards from your office?
I don't want you to get them. I just want
Okay.
you to set your eyes in there and go,
Okay.
confirmed. There's several cards sitting here.
Like right now?
If you want to. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
I'll be right back.
We'll wait.
Yeah. We'll do some confirming.
Yeah. I mean, don't touch anything.
Touch everything.
Don't
Lick
touch a
it
thing. So
Lick
anyway,
it off.
let's see. This is where I feel. Let me see if I can get this stupid thing. I can't get this tab to open that I wanted to play something to show how just pathetic my brain is now. I told you my youngest makes me feel so old. That's how we got here to the whole Christmas card conversation. Hold on. Ken's back with a report.
We are going to have to go with 5 out of 5 pants on fires.
What?
There were no cards on the desk.
Are you in the right room?
There was a mirror there because you like to look at yourself, I guess.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, it is.
I didn't see the cards, but I believe you because I've seen like some of the toys and stuff people have sent you.
Wait.
Hello?
You'll have to look tomorrow.
Chris
Pants
is
on
believing
fire.
you. That's bullcrap.
And go to superkendendo.tv.
Did you put that webcam in there?
How many cards did you see on the desk? I'm serious.
I didn't
Ken.
see any. Like I didn't
don't
see
think
any
he's in the right
greetings
place.
cards. I saw. I looked for real.
I'm going to be up
I'm
there this
sure-
weekend, and I'm going to
Okay.
do a live video, and I'm going to show that you.
Ken.
Yes.
When we're done with this broadcast, I want you to take a picture of
Okay.
his office
I
just
will.
in case he tries to pull a
Yes, save it,
Please,
and then you can compare. Yes,
please document that entire office.
Mhm.
Okay, hold on. Time
Well,
out.
we've
Not
already
the
done that.
entire office, please. It's some issues, Chris. I'm cool with the card documentation. Let's not do the whole tour.
Don't open the second drawer from the left.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's good stuff. Where was I? I
Your
can't get this video to
youngest,
play.
your
Hang on.
youngest.
Yeah, for some reason, the tab that I was playing earlier is now deciding to be an a-hole. So let me try it this way. Hang on. Because I want y'all to see, when you see what I fell for, you will see how I'm getting the Biden brain. There's something wrong. I'm telling you guys, there's something wrong with me. Oh, hang on a second. I'm getting distracted. ADD. Have you guys ever heard of, let me see if this will show up. Have you ever heard of a snickle? And
Is
that's
it
not
like a
going to play
laugh?
for me.
Oh.
It's when you take
I
a
think you're saying it wrong. It's called Snicker.
right. It's when you take a
Are you
Snickers.
trying to say
You take a Snickers, you cut it open, and you put a pickle inside.
Ugh.
All the kids are doing
Ew.
it, apparently.
Well, how would you get the pickle inside? I mean, would it
What
destroy
is that
the
noise? What is that?
Hmm.
So I can't get it to play because why would it do that for me? But anyway, this guy made this. Where's that noise coming from? Is that me or y'all?
It's not me.
Probably me. It typically is. So anyway, and maybe I'm the only one that's hearing it. But do you think this guy was doing this for for clicks, or let's see. I'm going to try one more time. One more time to get this to show up on the screen, and it's not going to. Okay, cool. Oh, wait, maybe this is it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, watch this.
All right, to make a snickle, all you need to do is hollow out
All right, you hear that guy? Can you hear him?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Okay, all right. Hollow out a Snickers.
one of your pickles, take your Snickers bar, place it right in there like that.
Come on.
Hold the
Come on now.
top over. If you're traveling with it, hit it with that rubber band.
Stop. Stop it. Look at this. I'm having internet issues again because
And then
bull crap.
Oh,
No one's doing that. No one's doing that, dude.
Oh.
make for a week. Just take a 3
Bull crap. He makes a
pack
whole
for work.
full of them.
Works great.
Come on. Who's
Alright, to make-
believing?
No, that's not happening.
That's not.
My great grandpa drank pickle juice out of the jar.
Yeah.
That's
gross.
normal. I don't do it, but that's normal.
Well, he was in World War One, so
What is? Hold on a second. I got to follow up. What does that mean?
they were a little different back then.
They were a little
They were
different
built
back.
different. Yeah, they were built different. You're right.
Let's see if I can get this other thing. Hang on a second. Talk amongst yourselves while I try to get this video to play.
Hey, look at his thirst trap pose there, Chris.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was like, what are you talking about? I'm just sitting here. Oh, Chris. Definitely Chris.
Just
You
thirst
can see
trapping
my
away.
penis.
You're what? Whoa. Hold on. We're gonna give you some thumbs up for the thirst trap. There you go.
Oh, no. Don't encourage the man.
Oh, we can even send
Ooh,
some love.
yeah, heart me, baby. Ooh.
I really wish that this item would load so you guys could stop doing whatever it is you're doing.
I know. You also
Okay.
really wish you hadn't asked us to come here today.
Yeah. Okay, I want y'all to see this. Look at this Redfin listing. This is This is in Flagstaff, Arizona. Okay. This is a listing. This is a real listing right now. You can buy this. Now, if you look carefully, let me see if I can get this to zoom in here. Let's see if this works. You see this? See that zoom in there? When I printed this up, y'all, it's different. It's got something different I want to show you. It actually says price cut of $170,000. So they took that off of there. In other words, it's $180,000, but it used to be $350,000. That was quick Keith math. Chris, you're impressed. But if you zoom back out and you take a look, there might be some issues that need to be addressed. Can you see?
Ew.
Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Look at all this black mold. How has this house not been demolished? It's on the picture. I want to vomit just looking at this thing.
Why is it still for sale?
I don't know. Oh, you're like, why didn't somebody buy it? I mean, why wouldn't you pay $180,000
Yeah.
with the free mold? Holy crap. It's like a house of horrors, man. Ugh. I just wanted to share that.
Wait, hold up. I feel like you're being way too picky here, Mr. White Privilege. So what you're telling me is, do you want a house without mold?
I want a house that I can breathe in freely, yes, without dying. Yes. And that's a white bitch thing.
Should we play the hippo game?
You want me to play the hippo game with you?
Oh, what's the hippo game? Is it Hungry Hungry Hippo?
Yeah, he just got it yesterday, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
Go play.
Oh, I want to play now.
Dude, I kick his butt so
Listen,
You're
hard.
supposed to let him win.
You're flexing on a no, hold on. Ken's
No,
Ken doesn't have kids.
no. You're
Ken,
not
do you have
supposed to let
kids?
them win.
No.
You don't have okay.
Here's
You
here's
don't
the
let 'em-
thing. I used to play chess with my step grandpa, and I remember like towards the end of his life, I was just whooping his ass. And and I'm like after he died, I was like, oh dude, I should have let him win a couple games.
Okay, now that might be different than the
That's
kids.
different.
You gotta
Yes.
train the kids up to be competitive.
Yes.
To get better. Like my kids literally out here in the driveway, I had them taking shots on me with the hockey sticks for dessert. And there were nights that they didn't get to say this out loud feels different. There were nights they didn't get dessert. They watched me eat their
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's the God's honest truth. There have been nights that they didn't get dessert and they
How
watched
old
me
were
eat.
they?
Wow.
How old were they?
Let's see, early after we moved here, so probably ages 5 through
So they had to score a
What?
goal for
5 through
dessert.
9ish.
So yeah, so is it one goal for one dessert, or do you have like a minimum?
Well, hold on. Usually girls gave their shots to Ezra because he was playing hockey at the time and he could really wind
so
up
they
and
can,
punish
so
me.
they can come together and say, "Okay,
Oh.
Ezra, if you
Ezra's
make
gonna
it,
take 3, and I gave him multiple tries, so he would end up getting like 9 tries.
Well, is that
It was
fair?
very, very rare that
Doesn't that go
I
against
stopped all
your
9.
rules?
My rule? What do you mean?
what
Well,
rules?"
you said you have to be mean and so that they can get strong.
Yeah, right.
If you let one kid take all the
Right.
kids, then the
They're
other
gonna
ones
depend. Yeah.
are gonna they're all gonna
Maybe-
depend on him for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe it wasn't Ezra gets to take all 9. It might have been hold on, it's been so long, guys. It might have been
Go ask them because I know they're traumatized.
yeah, I need to
from
do that.
seeing
I
it.
need to remember what the rules
Yes.
were.
You need to do your little live stream that you do on Twitter on X and ask them. Okay, remember that day, those nights that your father failed you because I made you shoot for dessert.
I made you better. I made you better. You can thank me later that you're not, that you weren't raised to think that you should be handed everything. And what
Ooh,
really
that's true.
and what really sucks is that I raised you too well to the point where you have visibly in front of everyone refused to take a participation trophy. God bless that child, Zeely.
Really?
Oh yeah. And so kudos to you. But the thing is, joke's on you kids, because you're actually in a world now where you're an overachiever and that's not going to be rewarded. I'm sorry.
I remember getting participations awards and walking home from school being like, dude, I'm just a loser.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
I already knew at that point that like participation awards were like just retarded.
That's awesome. Let me just try this one last thing, because if I could show y'all what I fell for, you're gonna look at me and you're gonna be so disappointed. Let me try to.
You'll never disappoint me, Keith.
That's not true. I make you sad. It's
That's
not gonna
different. That's different.
show. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna try to. Let me see if I can play it on my phone here. It's just sucks. That,
While you're trying to figure that out, Ken, I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you this. Earlier today, we had a conversation, and Keith was surprised that I'm still afraid of him.
Oh,
Oh, stop! Don't do this. Don't do this.
And I told him it's a healthy scare.
Oh,
It's like his
jeez.
father's scared. It's like I don't want to get him upset. I
Yeah,
want to
don't
keep
get into specifics, but you said that somebody at work is afraid of me, and I said, why?
There's a lot of people that are afraid of you.
And you said a lot of people are afraid of me. Why?
Well, he's always been nice to me, so
See? Maybe it's the person. Maybe if people didn't suck, then I wouldn't have to.
There it is. And that's what people are scared of you. Because
What?
they're gonna get labeled as I suck.
well, he
Do they
also
suck?
calls everyone.
Dude,
behind us.
hold on. Does the person specifically that you're referring to suck? Aha! So it's just fact. And to your point, Ken, that you thought that I didn't hear, they are, and they'll find out on the documentary behind the scenes.
Oh man, I don't want to know who it is. I thought everybody was a good person.
No.
That's why I like you, Ken.
Mhm,
Ken,
thank
have people told you that you look like Robin Williams?
all the time.
like-
I already knew that's what you were gonna say.
So
Oh, really?
Mhm.
When I first saw this video, I thought, this is so cool. I don't think I would have the guts to stay at this hotel, but boy, this is super cool. And it's a cliffside hotel. And Zeely was sitting on the couch next to me, and she goes, you do know that's AI, yes? And I go,
No way.
and I said, "Oh my gosh, I am a dumb ass. It is so
Oh, yeah.
obviously AI." And I
Yeah.
feel so old. Watch this. Look at this. Can you see? Can you see this? I mean, it is
Yeah,
so
I see that. Yeah.
clearly AI. And my dumb ass was making reservations. I was like, "Where can I book this hotel?"
I was making reservations.
I'm like, "Where is this? I gotta go there. Look how cool that is." Because that shot right there looks like there's a room behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely. I see yourself. Carrie, find these on Airbnb. Hurry up.
There's a
was-
new
it was
video
close to
meme.
that. It was
There's a
close to
new
that.
video meme of Trump, and it's really good AI. And he says, "I've just signed an executive order that it's okay to call your friends gay and retarded
I
if they're
know.
acting gay and retarded."
Now that I want to be real. Let me show you this one last thing here, and then we'll go. This is actually a real hotel in Norway on the side of a cliff. It's not nearly as dramatic as what I just showed you, but look at this, y'all. Did you see this? This was making the rounds a couple weeks back. Just haven't had a chance to get to this. Come on now, load. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. This is so cool. Those are hotel rooms. And that right there is a swimming pool way out there. That's hanging off the edge of the cliffside.
So is that a
And
real one?
That's a real one. That's a real one. I want you to see this swimming pool. Look at this. Look at this thing. You swimming in that and looking straight down into the abyss?
Wow.
That's-
Oh, and then there's a wall at the end. So
No. That's yeah. At the end of the pool, like a
Yeah.
glass. Yeah,
a glass wall.
Yep. Shit, it's been fun.
Yes.
I appreciate you hanging out with me today, and thank
Thank
you to everyone there in the chat and all the fun that we accomplished today.
Wait, there was a
Um,
chat?
It's on YouTube.
Oh.
We got so many things we gotta tweak and fix and all that good stuff. See, it used to be that you could see the chat, and now with this new inferior product, I have a meeting with this company next week. We're gonna try to get a lot of this stuff fixed. But
Oh, dude, did you know that Taylor Swift takes a 40-second flight from Los Angeles to Santa Monica?
40 seconds in the air.
40 seconds.
How far away is Los Angeles? How far away are those airports?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Now, real quick, I didn't know we were going to talk about this, but there used to be service. There's 3 airports, at least there was 20 years ago when I lived there. 3 airports in Houston, and you could fly continental from George Bush Airport down to Hobby Airport. So from North Houston to South Houston, and they had, and it's always the government. When something like this is so ridiculous, it doesn't make sense. It's the government, and it was in order to keep the federal dollars flowing, keep service at this airport or whatever, and it was just the dumbest thing.
How long is the flight?
It was literally somebody, because it was Pat's show in Houston that I was producing at the time, and somebody called that used to take that flight, and they said the guy said you would go up and you would go down. You were never just flying straight. You just went up and down, and it was like a 20-minute thing or something. I don't know.
Well, because I think Detroit to Chicago is 13 minutes.
What?
Wow. Only did that a long time ago, but I remember being like, whoa.
So my ADD keeps flaring up here in the waning moments of this show that's already in overtime. Real quick. Take a quick poll in the chat, and Kris and Ken, please jump in here. I haven't been to the states of Alaska, Washington, North Dakota, and Michigan. However, I got thinking, I spent a few hours in the Detroit airport. Have I been to Michigan?
Yes.
I'm going to go with no, because I went to the Chicago airport. I don't think I've ever been to Chicago. I mean, but I walked around and I was like, wow, Chris Farley lived here one time. I bet he was at this airport. This is awesome.
If I stepped outside in the parking lot and walked around on a grassy median, would that have counted as being in Michigan?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going off of my own experience, because I'm like, oh yeah, I never actually have been to Chicago. I just went to the airport.
Okay.
But you can live your life and your truth the
Look
way
at
you
that.
want.
I got a couple of yeses. I got a no. Got another no. Let's see here. What else? A yes. So see, look, I mean, I gotta post that. That's gonna be a poll at Keith Malinak on Twitter. There you see it. At Real Chris Cruz on Twitter. Oh my gosh, Chris, we forgot to promote your trip to Peru.
That's funny.
Okay, hold on. And at Ken K 84 for
Mhm.
Ken Kyle. Should be Ken Kyle
And
84.
tomorrow you can see Keith and Chris on superkentendo.tv as we all play video games.
Yes. First guest.
I hope you
Yep.
bought that. Somebody bought it already while it's sitting here. Chris, real quick, can you just tell everybody what you're trying to do with Peru?
Yes, I am scheduled to go to Peru sometime in the month of June.
Okay.
But thanks to a bunch of y'all, because I know it was a bunch of y'all that are watching, have literally got me to the 50% mark on the fundraising in the last 24 hours.
That's
So
awesome.
that's awesome.
And you're going to go down there and tell people about Jesus.
Gonna go become a missionary.
How long are you going to be down there?
A week.
You're not leaving. Are you going to move?
Okay.
I'll be
Bro.
there for a week. Well, it starts with a week, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay. All right. And by the way, speaking of Jesus, I want to remind everybody that on I'm so excited for this
Yes,
too.
I'm excited about this podcast. Yes.
What day is it?
It's
It's
2
whatever
days.
Thursday before. Is it Monday, Thursday, or what is it called? This is the worst calendar ever, by the way. Hell's
Right
Easter.
before Easter, the Sunday before Easter.
Yeah, I know, but what's the date?
I don't know.
Calendar. Hang on.
Easter
I'm
Day?
about to fall on me. On Thursday, April 17th, Steve Dace is going to be the Thursday deep dive guest, and he's going to be talking about the resurrection of Christ. Because as I mentioned yesterday, I said, "What's one conspiracy theory, or what is one topic that you wish everybody believed the way you do?" And he didn't skip a beat, and he said, "Oh, the resurrection." And so he's going to spend a couple of hours with us on April 17th, a couple of months from now. Just going through it, and I'm really looking forward to the conversation. All right, Chris, I'm gonna retweet your GoFundMe or whatever it is there to help you get to Peru. And Ken is
you check the if you go to the chat in YouTube, I'm dropping the link right now. So
And I have a GoFundMe for superkentendo.tv. I'm almost to my goal. Thank you.
That's awesome. It's good stuff.
So yes,
all right.
Peru.
Oh, there it is in the chat. Yeah, it's right there. So if you're on YouTube, Chris just posted it in the chat, and I'll also tweet this out. Again, thanks to everybody. We'll see y'all again on Thursday when we talk about World Trade Center Building 7.
And
then
tomorrow, superkentendo.tv. Let's play some video games.
Yes.
I haven't
Be
played a
there
video
or be
game
square.
in a decade.
Yes.
What you're gonna
Be
do
there.
tomorrow on
And if you're not there, we'll get to call you
superkentendo.tv.
gay and retard because he said so.
Yep. Don't be
Okay.
gay or retarded.
Thank you.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm going to hang up now. Thanks, kids. Thanks,
Thank you very
everybody.
much.
Have a great
Thank you.
weekend. We'll see
Thank you.
Bye.